Hi everybody. Okay, so welcome. We're here for another episode of the Dare Show podcast. And this episode, I wanted to do something special, something that is near to my heart, which is Beyonce. I wanted to talk about my favorite top 15 tour costumes from Beyonce. So this is no residencies, no award shows, no special appearance, just strictly tour. We're talking ladies first. Well, the solo tour. So, Ladies First, or the Dangerously in Love tour, which I didn't pick any from there. These are mostly like the Beyonce Experience, I Am tour, Miss Carter Show World Tour, Formation tour, and the two tours she did with her husband. Um, what was I gonna say? So something I noticed. I don't know if it's like the Virgo in Beyonce, or is it she just really loves the designer or has like connections with them, but I noticed she like wears them for a very strenuous period of time. Like if you just type in Beyonce, Ellie Saab, a lot comes up, and it's throughout the years too. A lot comes up at a certain period of time, and then the other ones are sort of sporadic. So I'm just like, okay, that's very interesting. Like I didn't really notice that. I think I remembered it because remember like she wore Givenchy to the Met Gala a lot for like, wait, I think that's all she's ever worn is Givenchy. Besides, I think maybe the first one. I think that's all she's worn at there. And then she wears a lot of Versace on tour. One designer will make like 3 different tour pieces. Also with Beyonce, it's so interesting. I want to talk to her about her tours because it's so interesting the fashion wise how one show. Okay, so like let's just talk about the I Am tour. Nothing but Terry Mugler. Nothing but Terry Mugler. Literally nothing but Terry Mugler. But then like no interchanges, no extras. I guess you pay the money. You gotta pay. You gotta get the money's worth. But then you'll have like the Miss Carter show, where she stayed the same pretty much the first leg or second leg, and then the second revamp after the self-titled album came out, we got like many clothes, interchangeable clothes. Same with Formation tour. Towards the end, it became more the clothes came in and out, different ones. So it's very interesting that evolution. So let's talk about it. Let's just get into it. My first side note. I know this is a podcast. I'm gonna make a video and put it on YouTube of the pictures of my favorite tour costumes. At first it was kind of difficult picking the ladder because we're gonna go 15 up. It was kind of difficult picking the ladder, but then towards the end, it was difficult picking the top ones and putting them in order of like my absolute favorite or what's more classic than the other, yada yada yada. So some of these, like 15 to like 7, 15 to 6, 5 ish, they're kind of like my favorite, but they're not necessarily in order. So 15, we have the Gucci. Oh wait, I have pictures I want to look at. Make sure I'm giving you full description since you're listening to the podcast part. Full description. This Gucci black and white pantsuit with like the black and white chocolate drizzled um chocolate drizzled white shirt. It looks like it's sort of like painted on. It reminds me of um like the Top Model. Who I think it's like an early season of Top Model. Joanna, I think it was on Top Model when they did the no, not Joanna, Anne, when they did the alter ego photo shoot. Anne had like this like stuff melted onto her. It kind of reminds me of that, but it's Gucci white shirt, red shoes, the black hat, and this was one of the interchangeable moments after during the Miss Carter World Tour. I think this is probably like the self-titled part that came out. She had been wearing like this black leather like coat, mini coat, and like a mini dress or something with like black thigh-high boots. And she's singing I Care. She's sitting on the thing. I think this one is in Brooklyn, if my memory is actually correct. Uh, yeah, I love this one because it is different. It's actually different than, it's simple. It's more simpler in her costumes. Also, it's funny how Beyonce, some of the costumes, like, were added to sort of like the set list, like the show. Like, some of it's added to one show and then it's different and it's taken away, or it's more, or you had like a hat or something. And I think this was like the first time wearing like a hat on stage. This tour was more freer, I would say, and sort of in the costumes. And on the Miss Carter World Tour, she started to wear a lot more black. Previous tours, she wore a lot more color. This tour, she started to wear a lot more black. So that's number 15. Number 14. Okay, this one is one of my favorites. It's it's a shocking one. Oh crap, where's the photo? It's the shocking, sort of sexy, but it's the assless body, black and body, wait, what is this called? Assless black bodysuit by Givenchy, off of the first On the Run tour. I was with the, she did the Naughty Girl with the pole, the bounce down, bounce, bounce up, bounce, 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 bounce up, and her booty. It was just like, oh my gosh, yes. That's all I have to say. Yes, the front is nothing but black. It has a little, I think maybe like some fringe on it. And then the back is like this assless thing. I think she was a little bit more, very much more daring on the Run tour, which kind of fit like the theme of the tour. That's one of my favorites. Because it's very sexy and it's very different, right? Okay, so number 13 on my list is the leather. Okay, Jesus, help me, because I had a conglomerate favorites, and then some of them started to look alike, but I think I know what I'm talking about. Okay, it's by, I tried to get names. I think this one is by, it's either Givenchy or it's by Versace, and it's a leather bodysuit or something, leather with sheer paneling, and like a garter belt it has around. I think this is the right photo I'm talking about. It's very sexy. It's very simple. I think on the Run tour she changed a lot for Drunken Love, which I was like, okay. But this one is very sexy. She looks like her, like the fit of it and the cut of it is very beautiful, and it complements her body so well. I like the sexy, like the extra little like belt or something that's attached to it. Very sexy. So that's number 13. Number 12. Okay, this one was a stunner, baby. And I think for Drunken Love, definitely in Paris, they had like a look. Beyonce's hair during the first part of the American leg of, because I believe they went to America and then they went to Paris. I think Paris was the only show. And this is so funny because this is the costume we did not see that they didn't show on the Run tour live thing from HBO. I forgot about that one. But the live thing from HBO. And it's the Versace, like, diamond bodysuit. That's what we'll call it. It's the diamond bodysuit. Something that she's never worn before. It's so beautiful. It fits her so perfectly. But it looks great in pictures, but I think on video, and this is when she did Partition, right, I believe. On video, I don't think it translated that well. Like, I think it looked stiff or something. I remember when Partition, it was like skipping or something, and they were like, she's lip singing or something like that. That was funny. So that's a favorite of mine. That's really, really a good one. So number 11, the Diamond Flesh. Okay. the flesh tone bodysuit with the diamonds on it. Okay, I meant to go look at. I'm always doing research, but not doing enough research. But I'm going off by memory. This was a stunner, right? A stunner from any other mother. First of all, we have the silver like coat, but it's like cut off at the thigh, the vagina area, and it's like a silver coat, and she reveals it when she's dun, 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 ow! This is for the Beyonce experience. Dun, 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 dun. All the women independent. And she's no. And then all the women are independent. She rips the coat off and she's standing there. All of her and her dancers. It reminded like a lot of like the complimentary costumes with the dancers reminded me of like the Destiny Child thing. But it was like the flesh tone bodysuit with her and the diamond. Okay, the one on it's like a diamond puzzle that they just like clip on, and it's like one is on her booty and one is on the upper part of her neck and on her shoulders and at her wrists. And this one is just fan-fucking-tastic. It is something it was like 2007. I had never seen anything like this. It was just simply amazing, simply jaw-dropping. And I believe Tina designed this one. So shout out to Miss Tina on this one. What was I going to say? It says all the women. Oh, okay. So I remember, I think Tina was like, this bodysuit, they had like 3 of them or something like that because they have to clean the diamonds to make sure they're shiny. And it's like, it was like a every other night or every night kind of thing. So you had to clean the diamonds. I was like, ooh, there was a lot into Beyonce's costume. But that's really that's a moment. Oh, do y'all remember this one? That's a moment. That's a moment. And then the little diamond, the silver jackets, and then the girls also had their own versions of it. The dancers. I don't like Ashley's. I'm looking at Ashley's. I don't like Ashley's. But anyway, so number 11. What's number 10, you guys? The Black Mugler. Okay, I think this one. Yes, the Black Terry Mugler, who unfortunately is no longer with us. Oh my goodness, the Black Terry Mugler from the Second on the Run tour. For when she sings Formation and what's another song she sings? I don't know. But it's like the latex. Is it latex or leather? I don't know. I'm not that big of a fashion person, but it's like it looks like an army thing. She's wearing these thigh-high boots, the same like sort of thigh-high boots she's been wearing for like the past 2 tours. At that point, a little mesh soak something on her, the big hat. I just love it. And I love like the different homages or the different hats that she wore in homage or in theme of Formation. Amazing. I love this one. This was gorgeous. It's sexy and it's black because I don't like a lot of black, but I like the black has like the whatever fabric this is. It's shiny and it pops. It pops. So number 9. Okay. Number 9 is from the Blondes. And this one, like I said, the Miss Carter show was more it was more sexy, more daring, more like, let me tell you about my fashion and stuff. What is that? The Miss Carter show this outfit is by the Blondes, and it's like this. The Blondes. I didn't even realize she used the Blondes a lot. The red. It's like a red and black piece that she wore during. Excuse me. It's a red and black piece that she wore for the 4 photo shoot. And she's wearing like the little, I think it's a corset that they turned into a hat, if my memory calls me correct. I didn't know that was by the Blondes. That was by the Blondes. But she used the Blondes for that beautiful, like one-piece bodysuit that she sang for Naughty Girl during the Revel. And then this one, I think she only wore this one with like the little nipple the outdrawn of a breast and then the nipples hanging out and then like the little fringe at the end. I like it. It's so cute. It's fresh. She does Party and Naughty Girl and that beautiful tribute to Donna Summer in it. Oh my God, that is probably like my favorite Naughty Girl moment. Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, so this one was like, I think she only did this one for like the first couple of shows or maybe the first show, and then she had another one reiterated, but it was like sort of the same outprint and sexiness, daring. She was feeling herself during that time. So number 8, we're on number 8. This one is by David Coma, and let me see if I can find my picture. There's a black and white one of it. Now, this one is from the Miss Carter show, where she would do Single Ladies. Would she do End of Time? Crazy in Love. And the thing is that I love about this one, first of all, the black one, the black and gold one, it's like the print is by David Coma, and David Coma for this collection or this costume, he was inspired by the Japanese martial art Kaido, something like that. One is black and one is white. Both fucking fantastic. So delicious. The colors. See, when you do black for me, you gotta make it pop, and the gold makes it pop on this one. Also, it was sort of like the Great Gatsby. I think, was this before? Oh yeah, this might have been a little bit before, but it was sort of like the Great Gatsby, sort of like design print that they had used. But I think, yeah, this was before she did the Crazy in Love remix. But she has like this hat on. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But then the design, they had it like as a backdrop during Crazy in Love, which is so cool. And then the white one, oh my goodness, the white one, the same architect, but different sort of print. It has like, a bodysuit. That's what I love about Beyonce. At that point, the bodysuit and the leotard were her thing, right? But she kind of she collaborated and made it made it fresh, and I love that about that. She paired it with a white shoe on this one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Shout out to David Coma, who she worked with a lot on the Miss Carter show. Oh, okay, number 7. Number 7. My absolute favorite. Okay, so I didn't care for the opening, like, antebellum South, whatever you want to call it, black costume that she did for, like, Formation, Sorry, and whatever other song she did. So when she finally, and she didn't all, I think she maybe had like 3 or 4 opening costumes for that one that she would switch out. Maybe 2 or 3. I think 4 is pushing it. But she mainly stuck with the, like, whatever fabric that was that she would lip sync Formation to. And this one is by D Squared, the same designer who created the original one that she's been wearing. But this one is called the Black Tattoo. Lord, let me calm down. The Black Tattoo Laced leotard or whatever. It pops. Like I said, I love when something pops. She paired it with these thigh-high boots from the Formation Award Tour. Like I said, D Square. It looks great on her. It's like molded on her. It looks beautiful, delicious. It's lace. It's amazing. Shout out to that one. Okay, number 6. I had to pick something, and I think this one I had to go back to a feeling when I first saw this one, and it was, what the fuck? How did that happen? So number 6 is the Terry Mugler dress that was made famous by Jerry Hall. Jerry Hall is a very thinner woman than Beyonce. So, when it comes to like these vintage, it always puzzles me. If you know the answer to this, please let me know. when it excuse me, when it comes to like these vintage pieces that these celebrity women that want to wear them, let's say, they're thicker women or thinner women, but let's just say thicker women, because do they add more fabric onto it, or are they recreating this dress for her? I'm very confused, because I think a lot of what she wore was like vintage Terry Mugler. It didn't seem like it was like replicas of the vintage, unless I'm getting that confused. But it's this dress, ombre dress, pink, and ombre's down to like this dark brown, blackish color. It is so gorgeous. It's like form fitting. It has that motorcycle cinched waist. Her ass is fat in it. I think I have another picture on here. She has like this cinched waist. It's like that crazy vision that Terry Mugler had for his fashion. Like this ethereal, hardcore warrior fashion, right? So interesting, so crazy. And I was just like, wow. And she wore this on the I Am Ward tour for like, her ballad section. She also did like a video with it. I remember the pictures coming out and being like, whoa, what is that? With her doing like the Martin Luther King sort of tribute-ish thing with her backup dancers. But yeah, that I Am World tour was so, I think because her stardom had to elevate, she had to elevate the fashion, the show itself. She would just elevate everything because of where she was at in her career. And it was edgy. The thing about the I Am World tour, my number five, should I just tell you my number five? Okay, my number five, which is the breastplate, the leather breastplate that she wore for If I Were a Boy. She had that white leotard on. She would interchange it with like different pieces, and this one was like the gladiator leather breastplate with the mini skirt and the sunglasses. And Terry Mugler was inspired by superheroes, or she was the superheroes fashion and fantasy, and that's definitely what it was. Superhero, heroic, and it played along with her what's it called? Her alter ego Sasha Fierce being this like crazy alter ego hero warrior person who got her through her performances or got her through being nervous and stuff like that. And it definitely fit with the theme, her fashion and the theme of the tour and the album fit together so well. She wore the sunglasses, the little stunner shades. She looked so beautiful. I love the diamond earrings with this black warrior costume thing, and then the little warrior bracelet. And then the dancers had something similar on, which is so cool. This was a very put together, beautiful piece in her career. Okay. Welcome. We're here, still here on the Dare Show podcast, talking about my favorite top 15 Beyonce tour costumes. And number 4, coming in at number 4, I hope I'm remembering to say all the designer names. We have Ellie Saab. This costume, B wore a lot of Ellie Saab during that time, and she still even wore it like up until the last tour. I didn't know she wore Ellie Saab. Ellie Saab, she really introduced, Beyonce really introduced me to a lot of great music, a lot of different artists, a lot of different fashion houses that I still keep up with to this day, like Ellie Saab. Ellie Saab, I think, it comes off as like a wedding dress designer, but she has beautiful gowns, wonderful gowns. But yeah, she wore Ellie to that gold, that annoying gold dress. I think it was the Golden Globes, but it might have been the Oscars that she wore it to. And then there's this one during 2007, this beautiful picture of Beyonce at the Dreamgirls in like Paris premiere. The gold, shoulderless, strapless, silver strapless Ellie Saab dress. That was one of my favorite moments of her. One of my favorite pictures. She just looked amazing in it. And amazing. Her makeup, hair, everything just put together so well. But anyways, let's talk about Ellie Saab. This Ellie Saab dress that I'm gonna say is custom made. I don't know, but it was like something I was like, what the fuck? Another what the fuck moment. From the Beyonce experience, her ballad dress. Her ballad dresses are really, really good. I think the only one I don't really probably care for is the Dangerously in Love one. But anyways, let's just talk positive. So this Ellie Saab dress, so interesting. I think she might have tripped over it it's like this, I don't know how to explain. I'm not like a fashion person, but it's so sparkly, it's silver. It has the focal point and the fun of it, I think, to me, is the cut of the dress is cut at the hips, and it's two slits down each side. So it's like sexy, is regal, but it also gives like this fun fashion moment with like a little like sash on the side, and just put together. I think her boobs were like bouncing around and irreplaceable. I think she did the Dreamgirls medley listen and irreplaceable in it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. She looks so good in it. Yeah. So number 3, we're getting up to number 3. Oh my goodness. Are you guys ready for this? Number 3 is from the Formation tour, where she would do like a medley of songs. Don't Hurt Yourself. Let me set this ass on you. And it was just, again, much like the I Am World Tour, the Formation Tour, she again was at this different level of touring, this different level of her music career, this different level of her career. And so she had to step it up. And I think the fashion on this tour was pretty good. It was stepped up, but none of it was like my favorite. But overall, it was pretty good. I would give it like a 7 or 8. 8, yeah, 8. Her first stadium tour. So I appreciate that this was her first. As she grew, as Beyonce grows, and everything, so does her. Her fashion, her hair, and her makeup, and her team, and her look, especially when it comes to tours. So this one is from Givenchy, and it's this gold glittery bronze 2-piece bodysuit, and it's a Givenchy haute couture moment or piece or whatever you want to call it. It is stunning. It makes her, accentuates. She was very thin on the Formation World Tour, and you can definitely see her her skinny ass waist in this 2-piece. And then the shoulders, amazing. And then she would wear like that fur red and like brown, I think it was. Fur, that's what it's called. She wore that fur. In this one, in this picture, she has like this long earring and then the short earring on. She just looks, it's like one of my favorite pictures of her. She's singing. The makeup is complimentary of the color of the outfit. It is just like this like haute couture architectural piece, and it looks so well. And she wore the black booty short, the black ankle boots with like the gold heel on it. Gorgeous, complimentary, fashion forward, and it looked great. Like she looked comfortable dancing in it and everything. Shout out to that one. Number two. Oh my god. Okay, so number 2, we're gonna throw it back. We're gonna throw it back to probably my first what the fuck moment. Now, she didn't do Freakum Dress in this song on the Beyonce World Tour. The Beyonce Experience. And I was expecting her to do Freakum Dress in this costume, but she never did. But she was on trend at the time, um, collaborating with this designer, Air. Okay, what's his name? Air Leger, who had at like 2007, 2006 had like this, I think this resurgence in his classic mini dress, tight fitting, colorful dresses. And so she had collaborated with him on this one, and oh my God, we have the plunging neckline. It's super, it's uber, it's probably the sexiest thing she's ever worn. I would say this beats out in terms of sexiness of the assless black bodysuit by Givenchy that she wore on the run tour. I think this beats that out. And especially like in the promo pictures for the tour. It's orange. She's wearing those silver, I think they were Giorgio or Armani shoes, or maybe they're Versace shoes. I'm forgetting. The silver shoes she would always wear. You would see them all the time. Her wearing them. Yeah, I thought she can do Freakum Dress in it, but she ended up doing like Deja Vu at the end of the Europe leg in it. Colorful, beautiful. I think it looks great. The thing about it is it's sexy, it's daring in a way, and she can also dance in it. And I love that about it. It's one of my favorite costumes that I've ever seen. It has like these diamond, it's like somebody pooped diamonds all around the boob area. Yeah, great moment. She looks sexy in it. She looks great in it. She really turned it out. Okay, so I forgot. My number two was supposed to be okay, I have a 2.5, okay? Or maybe it should be 1.5. Okay, maybe it's about 1.5. My 1.5 was supposed to be 2, but I forgot because it was 3 sets of them because, baby. Now, this is from the On the Run Tour 2, however you call it. And it's her Family Feud costumes. Let's talk about, okay, the silver one. This is disgusting. When you look at certain pieces, and you see the designer's name, you definitely can see the correlation and whether it's simple or it's extravagant, it definitely is on brand. And this silver thing is by Vivienne Westwood. It's metallic. It's the metallic bodysuit. It's with the oversized cape. And she's wearing the slim shades, and then the metallic silver boot cut boots. With the bodysuit is plunging. It's off the shoulder neckline. I'm just reading stuff. I don't know. But I think what makes this? I think it's the neckline makes it more interesting. That it's off the shoulder, and then the cape. The cape is like what, like 100 feet long, waving around in the fans, and it was something very. There's something about these 3 costumes that fit like the church, soulful, extravagantness that she brought to the song, right? I think this is my favorite song from the tour, and then seeing what she's gonna wear each night is still fan-fucking-tastic. This silver thing has the best photos. Probably top 5 best photos in her career ever. I love this one. Shout out to Vivienne Westwood. Again, elevated. And the thing about the On the Run tour is I noticed it elevated fashion-wise. I feel like the first one was very, black, a lot of black, very sexy. And then this one, it was like, okay, I think the story was like, we're married and we've been through some shit. But also we're regal and we want to be more high fashion and edgier in a, not edgy way, but edgier in a fashion way. A cute fashion way. Okay, so the first one she wore was by Peter Dundas, who she's worn a lot of Peter Dundas. The original hiya photo, I mean the original fashion what am I saying, costume. The gold and silver with the purple cape, the silk purple cape, I'm sorry. Embroidered, the gold and silver embroidered mini dress, long sleeves. She would wear these boots with them, black boots with them, and then the shades, the same tiny shades she would wear. And then, the cape, the purple cape is so grandeur, it's so beautiful, it's so excessive, and they're just flying in the wind, and she's popping and lopping and dropping and dipping it to Family Feud. It's so churchy, it's everything, this was a moment that was most pleasing to my career. Okay, so the last one that she wore, I believe she only wore 3, if I can find it. It wasn't my favorite, but it's still very gaudy. It's very camp. The On the Run tour was very the On the Run 2 tour was very camp. A lot of, gaudy, Gucci, Terry Mugler. I think she wore Versace. It was very like excessive, high fashion camp, and this also fit with the camp thing. I didn't know this Peter Dundas. Oh no. Who wore this one? Peter Polito designed this one. Now it's the sparkling suit. It reminds me of like it's a suit, but I think it might be the belt on it, the orange belt that looks like fringe from a chair or something. That makes it, to me, it makes it look like a house, like I'm going to go to bed. Sleeping like silk pajamas. Yeah, it reminds me of like silk pajamas. That's why I didn't really like it, but it's very gaudy. So I'm going along with this, the three Family Feud costumes. Now, the original costume is not what she's wearing here on tour. She's wearing the Swarovski, Swarovski embellished suit. It has a bunch of crystals on it. It's purple. I love the color. It's purple. I feel like she wasn't bopping a lot to it like she did in the dress and in the Vivienne Westwood bodysuit. But it's still good. It's a glittery suit. And I believe either she wore this the runway version of it in the apeshit oh my god, what is wrong with me? The apeshit video, or she wore just the top, something like that. But either way, apeshit On the Run tour, both by Peter Polito. I love that one. That the Family Feud costume was such a moment. Okay, my favorite, hands down. I automatically knew what my favorite costume was. My favorite tour costume by Beyonce. It is by Emilia Pucci from the Miss Carter World Tour, and it is the silver and white crop top with like this mini skirt. She wore it in the beginning during like Run the World. She wore it Run the World End of Time, and I think Flaws and All. Sometimes she would sing. I loved it. with these like gladiator heels on. She looked fucking amazing. And I like that, I think the theme of the first part of the Miss Carter World Shore was like this white moment, and I didn't particularly like the first couple of costumes she wore for the opening part of the show, but this one really caught my eye. This one was my favorite. I think she like debuted it in like Houston or something like that. They would wear it on and off during the tour. I'm gonna take a look at the video of her singing in it, but it is Amelia Pucci, hands down. I love this. Oh, Peter Dundas. Oh, what? Is it Amelia Pucci, or maybe it's Amelia Pucci by Peter Dundas? That's probably what it is. And you know what? Also, I love that she did. It's this white, like I said, this white crop top, cut off top with like this mini skirt, high waisted mini skirt. She looks sexy. It's fashion. The details on the skirt and I think there's two different versions, because this one you can't, or maybe the lights are just too bright. It's fashion, it's sexy, it's danceable, it's Beyonce. It's fun Beyonce. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. What was I about to say? Oh, the one thing I really do enjoy is sketches and all of that. And she started like, what was this? Probably, yeah, around this time, like 2013. Oh, no. The first one was by Terry McGlair, and he had sketched out, it was like my wallpaper for everything. He had sketched out the different costumes for her, and over the years, they still did that with like Versace and the little like 3D or life-size pictures, or not life-size, but the 3D pictures and designs of the costume. Really, I love it. I love it. It's so cool. It's so cute. So the animation of it all, I really enjoy. So yeah, I have to give some honorary mentions. I think the Global Citizen Festival. I'm recording, right? Yeah, the Global Citizen Festival, where she collaborated with different African designers, and then from the pink ballad dress, the pink not ballad dress, the pink ball gown with like the extraness on top. Something so interesting about African fashion is it's very like haute couture on its own. That's pretty much Africa, and the African women and the African men, their hairstyles, their own. Whether if it's simple haute couture, I can see it's very couture. Couture, I feel like couture definitely is a thing, like a theme to it, but then there's also couture, something cultivated and created for your own body. And I feel like a lot of African culture and the fashion is very couture, both thing and naturally the thing. And then, it's of course fitted to their bodies, and it's so beautiful. From that one to the Versace rainbow thing she did with the Versace, the big hats, again for formation. That Versace rainbow thing, the ape shit, black and white little bodysuit with the feathers. I'm trying to think. Which other one? That's all I can remember right now. What else? Another honorary mentions, Terry McGlair's little bow bodysuit she wore for the I Am War tour. Like all the pictures, that was her only costumes during that time. The Versace from the Beyonce Experience, the Versace mini skirt dress with the tear off part that she kept going on with. Oh my God, another honorary mention, Miss Tina. Oh my gosh, how did I forget that? That is an honorary mention. Okay, wait, the Beyonce mirror mini dress that she opened the Beyonce World Tour with. Side note, shout out to the like Las Vegas Beyonce experience tour costumes, the blue one, the silver long dress, the blue like ruffly thing she wore. Shout out to all of those. But Miss Tina, honorary mention. I forgot about this one from the Destiny's Child, Destiny Fulfilled and Love It tour. Honorary mention: Beyonce in the long, like couture looking ball gown, and then she, rips it off, and then da, 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 da. Oh my gosh, how did I forget about that? Was a fucking moment. The rip off, and then she comes out with her little like panty with the little corset top. Oh my, you guys, how did I forget that? Another honorary mention. Hey, somebody's getting fired. The Terry Mugler motorcycle camp corny thing she wore on the I Am World tour. I'm trying to think. I think that's all the honorary mentions I have. Versace the Rainbow. Yeah. One thing about Beyonce, her tour costumes are very interesting. The growth is so beautiful to watch. And it's so interesting, how she switched it up after certain parts of the tour, which I really enjoyed. After a certain part, it's hard to keep up. Trying to like figure out my favorites and figure out which one is which from which tour, and like finding the designers. That was the hard part because after a certain part of her tours, for the last couple of tours, she just like kept switching in and out of designers and stuff. So it's like, oh my goodness. But thank you so much for listening to the Dare Show podcast. This is my favorite top 15 tour costumes by Beyonce. Shout out to Miss Tina. Shout out to Beyonce. Shout out to the designers, Ellie Saab, Givenchy, Versace. Who else? David Coma, the Blondes. Shout out to everybody. And then the stylist, her early stylist, and designer, her mom, and Ty Hunter. This next tour we're gonna see where she goes with the fashion. Thank you for listening to the Dare Show podcast. I'm gonna put this on YouTube so you can see the different videos that I'm talking about, and the different costumes that I'm talking about. What are your favorites? If I left some out, some of them are not really my favorite. If I really didn't mention it, they're really not my favorites. I'm gonna have to do another one because Ravel, the residencies, the different costumes on stage for like the award shows. Yeah, those were sick. But yeah, this is the Dare Show podcast. I'm on Spotify podcast. I'm on Apple Podcast. I'm on YouTube. Check me out. Thank you so much for listening.